Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. It's so good to be here. So good to be ready to move and feel what's going on. Maybe release some stagnant stuff. Maybe recharge some spots that are feeling a little depleted or weary. So welcome. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Yoga Basics on Saturday morning. Come on in, say hello. Whether you're a part of the old school Just Be Yoga family or just dropping by. This is going to be a yoga basic flow today, and we're going to move a bit, staying true to the fundamentals of standing, fundamentals of seated, fundamentals of rooting and core, but maybe just keep flowing through it. So basics doesn't mean simple or easy. A lot of times when we return to the basics of anything, we really get some new lessons. We get to feel space from the most simple space and just apply our dedication in that way. All right, so let's start today standing. Once again, feel free to say hello if you want to type into the chatty chat. You're going to see me do this and then come back because I can't see. I mean, I can see, but you know what I mean? Like the print right now, it's so teeny. Alrighty, let's come to standing at the top of our mat. Feel your breath. Just take that in. What does that mean, feel my breath? Yes, I'm breathing, right? But really, where can you feel it? Where are you aware of it? How do you know? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? Eyes open, soften the knees, feel your feet and your legs. What are they doing right now to hold you? What are your knees and your hips doing right now? How do they feel? Maybe work the pelvis back and forth. Just getting to know what's stuck in there, what hasn't moved this way in a while, what's telling us already. Slow it down. All right, let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down as we progress up the body. Ooh, what directions feel really good? And I'd really like for myself today that my focus is going to be on everything that feels amazing, playful, fun, exciting, exhilarating in my body, delicious. And I'm not going to just be looking for all the stuff that's going wrong, right? A lot of times I notice that I'll even use my practice as a diagnostic for the stuff that's messed up. Change direction. And in this direction, I'm actually feeling in between the shoulder blades in a different way that feel good. That area is saying, thank you for moving me. And I'm going to breathe in and lift the arms, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, take it forward. Knees remaining soft here. First time here. Don't worry about straightening those legs. And then maybe just remember right now what I just said. What's feeling good? What feels good in your head and your neck? Left foot, right foot. Keep those knees soft so we're not straining the hamstrings in the back. And I'm going to round the spine up. Can you let your arms dangle? Letting go of doing, and we're arriving to feel. Breathe in and lift. Good. Push the legs down. Let the belly be a belly. Don't control it. Don't try to hide it. Let the belly be a belly. Forward fold. Let it go. Knees can remain soft. Maybe shake your head yes or no. Breath in. Breath out. All right, let's roll it up. We're going to start to find a flow. Breathing in and lifting. Soften the shoulders. Maybe smile. Exhale. Release. Let the body soften. Enjoy this moment on a Saturday, this one right here, where no one is asking you to do or be anything. You get to be who you are. Just be yourself. Half flat back. We're going to lift through the chest. Feel your skin, feel your organs, feel your spine. Forward fold, let it go. Soften your toes. Inhale, half flat back, shoulders away. Exhale, forward fold. Let's roll the spine up. I'm going to bring the arms behind me. Find an interlace, or you could get a strap if you would prefer. Holding the arms together behind you. Hips forward, chest lifts, breath in, exhale. Bring the arms up and over with you. Can you keep those knees soft? Can you let the belly breathe? Feel the belly expanding with breath. Soften into any tense point and what feels good right now. Breath in, breath out. I'm going to release the arms, setting the strap aside, half flat back. Hands down, step the left foot back. Maybe step it a little bit wide. Back foot flat. Aim those toes to the front left corner of the mat. Bend the right knee. Maybe walk your way up and lift. So try not to sacrifice being stable or feeling stable. I'm going to bend this knee, keeping this knee over that heel. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale. You don't have to lift those arms if you don't want to. Exhale, lay the belly down. Sweep the arms back. Inhale, rise. Listen to your body. Go with its flow. Don't try to keep up with me. Exhale, flowing it down. Arms back, relax the neck. Inhale it up. Let movement just flow through you. And exhale. I'm going to bring my hands down. Maybe put a block out here to help you. We're going to step this left foot up. Step the right foot back. Maybe step it wide a few inches. Back foot flat. Right foot aiming to the front right corner of your mat. Bend this left knee. Maybe walk your way up this leg if you need it for stability. Rising up, warrior one. Hips are neutral. Soften and relax your feet. Let your feet hold you with ease. Breath in, maybe look up. Exhale, take it forward. Maybe make a sound. Inhale, lift. Feel the belly, feel your spine, feel your back muscles. Exhale, lowering it down. Thank your legs. Inhale, coming up. I'm going to find something I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying feeling air dancing on my skin. Exhale, bringing it down, relaxing my jaw. Hands down, step the back leg up, rolling the spine up, lifting the head last. Breathing in, coming up. I'm going to feel my tippy toes, waking up my feet. Exhale, lower the heels down, forward fold. Good, rolling the spine up, lifting. Good, I'm going to bend the knees, pull the butt back, chair. First one here. I've got my feet apart. I'm not going to let my knees come together with the feet apart. If you want the knees to come together, then bring the thighs and the feet together. All right, so make that choice. But no matter what, weights in the heels, butt is back. Let's do a few tailbone tilts here. Tailbone under and back, under and back. Breath under and back. Good, I'm going to twist. Oh, yes. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Maybe we're feeling the body heat up. Ooh, feel good that we've got a body that's working, healthy, operating, forward fold, let it go, deep breath. Maybe make a sound, breath in. Good, half flat back. I'm going to bring my left hand to the floor, or you may want to have a block here, all right? So I'm going to bring that left hand down. Trying to keep my my legs over my hips, under my hips. My left hand under the shoulder. So I've got a 90 degree for my torso proportions. Left hand, twist. Now this right hand can stay at the hip. And my right shoulder is actually a little complainy with a really old injury that I exacerbated. It's been a 25-year journey kind of in this shoulder. So I think that it and I have kind of learned how to coexist with one another. When it flares, I'm not mad that it's still there. It's a good reminder. So whatever you need, push down through the left arm, twist miss the belly button. You can lift that right arm if you want. Breath in, breath out. I'm going to release. Now I'm going to ask this right arm, does it want to support me in this way? And it does. So it can take that pressure. Pressing down through the feet, through the arm, revolving the chest open. And on this side, I'm going to lift that left arm. Check the neck. Ease and steadiness. Feel your ribs, feel your waist. What feels good right here? It actually feels good to breathe right here. And release, forward fold. Go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Can you allow your upper body to hang? And while you're hanging there, I'm going to use my eyeballs. Patty! Oh my goodness, good to see you. And Carol, nice. All right, let's hang out. Let's slowly round the spine up. Let's take our time. Let's do some neck rotation standing. What do you get to notice about your body, how it's standing, how your hips are, how your waist is, how your shoulders are? What's the simplest way of being that you can be right here? How fully present can you be? Change direction. Or not. Maybe you want to just keep doing it in that direction. You know, my approach to yoga is for me to find my being, my authenticity, for me to break out of having to do things because someone is telling me what to do. Try not to wait for anyone to tell me what my being is supposed to look like. Here on this mat is the time to explore my being, my awareness of it, my cultivation of it, my acceptance and belief in it. Good. I'm going to take the right arm across the chest. Maybe hug that shoulder, or you can hook. Breath in. Exhale, I'm going to twist to the left. Feel the belly breathing. And release. Another side. What's the shoulder say? Am I forcing? Am I yanking? Am I tugging? How am I treating myself right here? Good. And release. I'm going to feel those shoulders again. Working the neck with it. Maybe making a sound. Or protruding the tongue. Making funny faces. Work those muscles in our faces. Right? Our faces are not here for the pleasure of others. We get to experience our faces as a sensory space as well. I just changed direction in my shoulders. Good. We're going to flow a little bit more now. Loosen some things up. We're going to come back to the top of the mat, finding our mountain. And breathe in. And lift. Use the exhale to cascade it forward. Half flat back. Forward fold. Let your head go. Maybe you've got your feet apart. Your legs don't ever have to be together. The wider the legs are, the more space for our belly. Hands down, maybe to a block. Step the left foot back. Back foot flat. Ready? Coming up. Breath in. Warrior one. Maybe see if you can wiggle the right hip back a little. Breath in. Can we lift from the belly? Can we feel that area lifting us? Exhaling it forward. Trust your legs to hold you. Inhale, lift. Where's that propulsion coming from? Is it from the arms or from the center of us? Exhale it forward. Can we come on our mat? Inhale. Feel ourselves in new ways. Explore, play, love, hands coming down. Step the left leg up. Maybe shake a foot out if you need. And we'll step the other leg back. Yeah, let that honesty come into your body and your mind as you're practicing. Breathing in, coming up. Settle in, find your rooted space. Inhale. Exhale it forward. If you do nothing else, just hear your breath. Inhaling, lifting, and coming forward. Now I'm going to stop cueing breath and let you find where that breath is. You find it. You explore it. And I'm going to bring the hands down, stepping this back leg up. If you need to shake anything out, shake it out. Good. I'm going to round the spine up, lifting my head last, sweeping, believing I can grow tall. Where am I feeling the body finding new length, new height? Where in the body? Is it only in one area? Could I reach through another area? Coming onto the tippy toes. Extending that lift from my root, lowering the heels down, forward fold. Deep breath in. Good, we're gonna bend the knees and sink the butt back and find our chair. Bend, sink, lift, tailbone, tuck. And now what the heck, let's get a little sassy. Can we go side to side? Yeah, remember I said let's find things that we like about moving and feeling. Good, breath in, twist. Ooh, you don't have to sink that low. You're choosing your height. Inhale. Make sure that you're practicing yoga, not punishing yourself. And twist. Opening the heart, sinking, feeling the earth, feeling our support, lifting. Maybe that lift is standing up and smiling. Good, I'm going to bring the hands behind me. I'm going to find an interlace. Maybe grab your strap. Breath in, calm the standing. Oh, what feels so good right here? Name it. Name it. Even if you don't know its name. And come forward. Release the arms. Half flat back. Maybe get your block. Look at your feet. They could be wider if you prefer that. Left hand down. Twist. Remember, I'm just going to keep my right hand to my hip here. Moving from the middle of us. And release. Right hand down. Root into it. It's another leg now. And twist. Can you feel the middle of you? Are you accepting the stop, the limitation, and just feeling the energy? We don't have to keep trying for more. Do we even know what we're feeling right here before we're striving for more? And release, forward fold. Good, half flat back. And forward fold. Now I'm going to bring my hands down and step one knee back, place it down, other knee back. I'm going to find a hands and knees plank. All right, you don't have to cross your ankles if you don't want to. I think mine just kind of automatically do so. Try not to have the butt up, so we're not in tabletop. Yep, we're at the top of a push-up. Now, can you puff your back up to the ceiling? Breath in. Exhale, lay the belly down, then the chest. Lengthen the legs back. You might need to walk your hands back a bit. And lift the chest, cobra. So we're going to push down through the hands. Let your chest lift a little bit off the mat. Keep your belly heavy on the floor. Good. Keep the chin down. Use the arms. How much does your back want to bend? And lower. Relax. Relax your butt muscles. Relax your back muscles. Maybe check in. Give them a massage. Do you know when some muscles are squeezing or gripping? Some of us may not be aware. Okay? Breath in. Breath out. Let's bring the hands down alongside the waist, legs together. Once again, relax your neck. Push down through the arms, peeling the chest up. Keep the hips down, shoulders back, and just feel that upper chest area wanting to bend. It's the least flexible part of our spine. Let the breath move the issues in those tissues. Breath in. Breath out, lowering it down. Good. Let's do that one more time, cobra. Breath in and lift. And push it back to hands and knees. Find child's pose. So maybe widen your knees. Your toes could be tucked or untucked. Sinking the hips back. Let your belly fill with breath. All right, so we're going to go through this once again. Putting it all together, adding in a down dog. Okay? Take breaks when you need to take a break. Laugh out loud. Try to take a modification if I'm offering a modification, or make your own. All right? Because everything doesn't work inside of everyone's body. I don't know what's going on in yours. So feel your way. This is not a performance. This is not a fitness class. This is an awareness exercise in movement and in breath. Do I know when I hold my breath? Do I know how I treat my body when something is stiff? Do I know the chatter that's going on in my head when I feel that limitation? When I'm confronted against something that I feel is showing a defect or something that I can't do? Do I have a kind voice? Or am I going, "Rrr," and is that why I'm beating myself up in this? And what does love feel like as I move through that and transform it and play? And that's what starts to lighten our heart, brighten our perspective, and keep our focus on something that's greater than ourselves. And that's where that compassion and loving kindness gets a chance to come in. All right, maybe do some wrist work. And we're going to get into a flow and just feel our breath, feel our heat, listen to that mind chatter, and see what comes up. I'm going to reach the arms out in front of me, sinking in my hips. I'm going to sway a little, letting my ribs and my waist talk. And then I'm going to inhale as I come forward to hands and knees, tuck my toes, start to lift the butt up. Drop the head down. Now those knees could stay bent for this down dog. I'm actually going to walk my feet in a bit. My hands were sliding. Shoulders back, hips up. Remember, those knees can stay soft. Let's pedal heels up and down, up and down. Let your head go. What are we not able to let go of here? What do we not want to let go of here? Feel it on a physical level. Survey and scan point by point of your body. Am I relaxing that? Do I want to? Am I relaxing that? Do I want to? Breath in, maybe push the butt up, straightening the legs. Left knee down. I'm going to step my right foot up. Good. Maybe use your block. Step the left foot up. Rounding the spine up to standing. Breathing in and lifting, feeling my feet, ankles, knees, hips, belly, stretching upward. Exhale, taking it forward. Good. Breathing in, lifting the chest halfway. Those hands could rest on your knees. Forward fold, letting it go. Good. Half flat back. Relax your neck, your throat, your mind. Step the left foot back. Back foot flat. Rising up your warrior. Your warrior. You get to define and redefine and reintroduce this warrior to yourself. Taking it forward. We're just going to step the left leg up and step the right foot back. How are you moving? Are you moving in a sensual manner? Are you moving in a determined manner? Tentative? How do you feel inside? And are we letting it be reflected in how we're moving outside? Hands down, step that right foot up and round the spine up. Patient. Breath. Inhale, let's lift. Come up onto the tippy toes. Maybe smile and lower it down. Let it go. Soften the belly. Soften the back. Arms heavy. Bending the knees. Pulling the butt back. Maybe widen your stance. I'm going to come up for this chair. Good. I'm going to do the pelvic tilting back, forth in the chair. Good. Now, how about a little sass? Good. Can you keep your head over your hips and just move this? Or is everything kind of tick-tocking? And I'm not mad, but can we isolate? Ooh, can we feel the difference? Maybe mix and match. Good. While we're in this chair, let's go ahead and do this shoulder work right here. Yeah, why not? Unless your legs are like, oh, hell no. And twist. Why are you here? What are you feeling? And even if we're feeling a space of intensity, breath in, exhale, revolve. Can we explore that intensity with kindness, with a curiosity, not with any anger or aggression? Good, I'm going to release, breathing in and twisting, bringing it back. I know it's like, hurry up, Belinda, let's get out of those legs. And twist, at least that's what my body is telling me. And bring it back, left, good, come all the way up, stand, thank you, legs. Belly forward, my back is saying thank you. And coming forward, deep breath. Good, let's do our half flat back, maybe using your block. Position your feet where you want. Left hand down, twist from the belly. I'm going to keep my gaze down, feeling the stoppage of the twist and feeling the energy that's being applied in the twist, in those waist muscles, in my back muscles. And release. And bring that right hand down and twist. How's your body respond when you actually do operate out of moderation, out of a space of contentment and enough? Is there a certain amount of release and relief that comes? It does for me, where my body's like, oh, we don't have to do our max. We're not here to perform and get an A. And release. What is that like? Half flat back. I'm going to bring my hands down, coming down to hands and knees. Take your time getting there. And we'll shift forward to a hands and knees plank. Dome the shoulders up to the ceiling. Maybe work the neck, the jaw. Breath in. Exhale, lay belly down first, then the chest, or just go kerflop, it's fine. All right, hands down alongside your waist. Let's press and lift. It could be just a little bit. It could be half an inch. Exhale, lowering it down. Soften the neck. Let go. Do we know how to practice letting go, or are we always tensing and ready for the next thing? Breath in and lift. And exhale, lower. How do we start to practice being present? And that's a part of the basics of our yoga that's so important, so critical, so fundamental. Breath in and lift. And exhale, lower. Good, I'm going to press my way up to hands and knees. And sink it back to child's pose. Knees can be wide. Maybe you're starting to bring the thighs a little closer together to feel that difference. To experience our physical landscape differently. To experience our inner landscape of feeling and emotion differently. Good, I'm going to come up to hands and knees. One more down dog. I'm going to tuck these toes. Maybe two more. Let's see. All right. So, try to lift everything from the hips and this tailbone area. So I'm going to tuck the toes. My knees are off the floor. My arms are just kind of like the legs of a chair. They're not stopping me from falling. They're just standing right there. They're not doing anything. I'm going to just let the butt lift. Butt lift. Can you stretch your ribs and your sides? Butt lifts. Butt lifts. Let the head go. Knees could be soft. Let your head go. So that means you need to feel the weight of your torso. Let your chest inflate with breath. Soften your jaw. Soften your mind. And we'll slowly lower those knees down. Good. I'm going to bring the tops of my wrists down, palms up.
and shift back, butt toward the heels. And feel that stretch in the forearms. Just a little opposing, counter moving in the palms and the wrists. And I'm going to come on back forward. And let's do one more down dog. Palms are shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers really wide. Use all of the surface of all of the fingers. Now I'm going to tuck the toes, and the lift is going to come from the pelvis up and through the low back, tailbone to the ceiling. Ready? Let that do the initiating. Play with it. Explore it. Play with it and explore it. What can I let go of? How present am I in my body? What areas of the body can I change and put my attention somewhere else, even if it's for a little moment, and just explore what is going on, what is happening. Do I like what is happening? Am I confused? What's the quality of my breath right here? And we'll bring those knees down. Good. Let's step this right foot up. Now I'm going to spin on this right heel and just roll that hip open onto the side of that foot. Good. I'm going to bring that foot back, step it back, and step the other foot forward. Now I'm going to spin that out and roll onto the baby toe edge. Ooh, what are we feeling? In the thigh, the hip, the back, the waist, maybe the groin. I don't feel anything in my groin. I do feel it across the back of this left leg. Just a little tension for me, like a little tight rubber band. I wouldn't classify it as painful. It does feel like a limitation, and I'm learning how to respect it and not be afraid of it. Good, I'm going to step that back. I'm going to come up to standing on my knees. Keep a little bit of space here in between those knees. Now, props are a wonderful tool. No matter what kind of yoga you practice, or whether you consider that like you're good at it or not, or whether you're more expert. I detest those terms because we're all meeting ourselves where we are today. But I like to be able to bring the hands here because it helps me push down with the hand to lift the chest. So I'm going to show that sideways a bit. Pushing down because the floor now is higher, right? And I'm lifting up. Good. Even these hips come forward. So think of it as a chest lift, not a back bend. Chest lift. Shoulders opening. Hips forward. Now freely breathe all in this area. Chin a little level. Are you in your left knee more than your right? Do you know where you are? What's going on in your left shoulder and your right shoulder? Front of the chest, back of your chest. How about your eyebrows, your cheeks? Good. I'm going to release that. And let's come on down to sitting. If you do have a strap, you might want to have it nearby. All right, well, hopefully we got a little bit of heat cooked up in us from a little bit of movement. And now we're ready to kind of let all those warm tissues and that heat that we've activated to carry us through into a little bit more of some longer holding in a basic manner. So first of all, this is a pose. This is bona fide, certified. This is called Dandasana. So I've got my legs a little further apart, and that might be where we want to be, depending on the size of our thighs, the size of our like butt cushions, right? because bringing this in might be too much, right? We won't be able to hold ourselves up. So give yourself a base so that you can sit up. And this is always a great starting point too, even if you are a person who eventually brings their legs together. It's a nice way to kind of ease our way in, right? Not be in a hurry, not be goal-oriented in our yoga. All right, so I'm sitting up, chest up, lifting through the top of the head, believing that I could ascend from that area. Flexing the toes, spreading them, pushing the backs of the legs down. And then notice what's happening when I do that. Oh, might be feeling a little bit of low core pulling in here, right? Spine lifting here. Ah. Dandasana. Now, I've been working lately and realizing that I sit real heavy in my right sit bone or my right butt cheek, and I'm neglecting my left butt cheek. So I'm oh yeah, I was out of balance. Now here I am. So I hope that mentioning terms like butt cheek or nipples forward or whatever are not offensive to you. We're talking about regions and body parts that we live in. So if you need to use different terms that you're more comfortable about within your own anatomy that you're living in, go ahead. But buttocks, butt cheeks, gluteus, that's all really true. Chest, breast, nipples, flesh, that's all really true. All right, I'm going to lift up, shoulders down. Try not to lift the shoulders up. So pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then see if you could initiate lifting through the sides of your ribs. How often are we feeling and aware of activating and initiating from that area? Can you still push down to the backs of the legs? I know we're probably tired. Breath in. Exhale, we're going to hinge forward. Maybe bend the knees, especially if you feel like not much is moving. Softening the knees can be a little forgiving for the back, for the hamstrings. What are we letting go? Can you let the neck go? Do we believe that tension somewhere else is limiting our movement, is limiting our ability to let something go? Do we blame outside stuff on our ability to let something go, to find kindness? Let's find that kindness within. Let's roll that spine up. Good. I'm going to bring my legs a little closer together now. I'm going to work on some open hip space. We really haven't been open in our hips. I like to kind of make sure I'm doing hopefully a balanced practice. So I'm bringing the right sole of the foot up inside of this left inner thigh. Letting this knee fall open. Depending on where you are in your hips, you might want to have like a block or a rolled up blanket under that right knee if that feels like too much pull on that groin. I'm going to twist to the left a bit, breath in, and then exhale, coming forward. Now maybe round your spine or curve it. Or if you want to try to keep it straight, okay, we'll straighten the left leg, draw the shoulders back, but you make a choice about the level of intensity or where you want to be in your body. When I straighten that leg, it really forces me to be in the left side of my spine, left side of my hamstring. They're really tight points and it's hard to feel or be aware of anything else when I'm in that. But when I let that go, my mind isn't so vigorous and it just lets me soften and release. Good. I'm going to bring myself up. Now, if you've got a strap and you want to try, I'm going to take the strap and I'm going to bring it to the bottom of the foot. Now, the left leg and the chest are in that first pose that we did sitting that I said was called Dandasana or staff pose. So I want to feel that here. Got my arms extended holding the strap in that space, okay? Not back here like this, okay? So full extension, pressing that thigh open. Breath in, pull the ribs up. Now, elbows going out to the sides, pulling the chin toward the left big toe. Breath in.
Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. What's tightening inside of you? What's forcing inside of you? What's melting and enjoying itself inside of you? Where's your breath going? What is your breath doing? Release the strap and let's roll the spine out. Ooh. All right. Janu Sirsasana is definitely one of my favorite spaces to be. I can be there for quite a while. Actually, let's do another Dandasana and Paschimottanasana, the forward fold. This time, maybe get your legs back as wide as they have been, or bring them in a bit. So I'm going to do this in a gradual fashion. And come on in. Moving the flesh of my buttocks so that I can feel the sit bones pressing down, lifting. So I'm very connected to my spinal column. I can feel where it's touching the floor, pushing me up, and then ask these muscles to lift and hold the spine erect. So now I'm going to get my strap. I'm going to bring it to the bottoms of the feet. I'm going to hold it here, but I'm going to try to come on back to that Dandasana. There we go. Now I don't have to do so much work to hold the shape, right? If I didn't have these arms connected to the strap, my core muscles, my back muscles would really be working to hold me here. So this is a chilling out Dandasana. Breath in, lift the chest through the back of the neck. Exhale, pull, elbows out to the side, shoulder blades sliding backward. Slide the shoulders back. Pull the chin and the heart toward the big toes. Lift through the top of your head. Pull the front of your chest to the big toes. Now relax your belly muscles. Breath in. Breath out. We can't clench the belly muscles and fold. All we'll do is bunch up. So we've got to release. You've got to loosen something in order to be able to fold. You've got to soften and become pliable, not rigid. In order to bend, we have to be pliable, not rigid. Shoulders back. Find your breath. And experience your being right now, this moment, in this shape, in this breath. Is your being expressing compassion and understanding? Is your being expressing determination, willpower, endurance, resistance, forcing or aggression? What are you experiencing and expressing in your body, in your breath, in your mind? I'm going to let the strap go and roll my spine up. Eyes open. Feel yourselves rising out of that closed-in space. Move anything that you feel you need to. And we're going to get ready to do the Janu Sirsasana on this side. So I bring my left foot to my right inner thigh. That could be a lot lower for some of you, all right? I'm going to use the strap again. Find this nice erect space. Apply some energy upward and down. Am I making room for that breath, or am I sucking in that belly and limiting my breath? Am I sacrificing how I could feel in the breath for what I feel like I want to look like on the outside? Or am I doing something habitually, kind of restraining my full being, stifling it rather than breathing it fully? Let the belly make space for breath. Inhale. Exhale. Pull chin toward your shin. Elbows out, shoulder blades back. Breath in. Breath out.
I'm going to let the strap go. You can hold it longer if you like. Rolling up, maybe just allowing your hands to just caress, touch, massage your own body as you come up. Awaken in our senses. I'm going to bring the bottoms of the feet together, getting ready for a Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana, bound, Baddha. Feet together, knees open. Try not to hike it up so that the back gets rounded. Let your upper body stay in that Dandasana shape. Up on purpose. Feet together, knees open. Chest up. How about a neck rotation? Reminding us about the yumminess that we're here to be with. And then greet this as a new space, because guess what? It's a new space. New moment in time that we're experiencing together in body and breath and mind, in patience, in curiosity. Change direction. Can you let this movement just start to seep into you? Good. We'll come up to center. Breath in. Pull the chest up. Exhale. Lean the chin, and the chest up and over those feet. Maybe your elbows are pressing the inner thighs. Maybe not. Don't go for more when we can barely kind of stand the intensity of what's here on its own. Right? Do we ever not taste our food, but we're putting spice or salt or hot sauce on it first? I'm definitely a hot sauce without asking. So it's why am I intensifying something before I just, even experience what's going on? I've given it a default space that I'm going to be dissatisfied, that it's not going to be enough for me. Do we do that in poses? Can we just let it be and have the patience to feel what's here? The patience to let whatever's going to happen, happen. Not for us to do it and make things happen. Rolling that spine up. Yeah, the yoga mat isn't the space for us to make stuff happen. The yoga mat is the space for us to be aware of what is happening. What is that difference? All right, let's come on down to reclining. I'm going to have my strap. I'm going to have a block nearby for, we're going to do a little bit of open hip space using the strap, letting that leg fall open. So we'll want to use that for this. And then if we have time, maybe we'll do a supported bridge. If you don't have a block, maybe get a blanket and roll it up like a nice little roll pack or like a yoga mat of its own, or fold it into a nice little brick of its own, okay? All right. Lowering down onto the back. I'm going to stay here with the bottoms of the feet together, knees open. Starting reclining where we just were in a seated space. Feeling the weight bearing in the bones of the low back. Left thigh bone, right thigh bone. Slowly bringing those inner thighs together. Without using the hands, I'm going to draw the knees into the belly. Feet are off the floor. Rest your spine on the floor. Can you trace a fun little circle on the ceiling with your knees? A slow motion tracing around with those knees. If you can keep the inner thighs together, great. What part of the circle are you able to draw really well? What part of the circle do you know, like you barely got your pencil kind of touching the paper? Change direction. Where is your breath as you do this? Good. We'll bring the knees in. Give them a hug, forehead up to the knees. What feels good here? And lower the head down. It feels good to just be lying down, looking up. I'm going to have a few breaths and let my body catch up to believing that, oh, we don't have to work very hard. And that just feels good. Let the body trust that. Release the arms. I'm going to let the knees fall over to the left into a gentle spinal twist. And can you let the body go limp? Feel yourselves letting go of control. Please try to find time throughout the day, maybe once a day, to do this kind of reclining space and not give yourself a time limit. Letting the body and the mind meet each other and take the time it takes for them to catch up with each other. Catching up to slowing down. Catch up to this level of slow. I'm going to bring the knees up and over to the other side. Oh, well, that feels good. Even if there's an achy, pulley stretch that feels good. Oh, give time and space to acknowledge what's good that's going on right now. Make that a part of our practice. Identifying what's right. We're over-practiced at knowing what's wrong. Oh, can we learn to practice and love what's right? It doesn't mean that we have to love the things that are kind of messed up in our lives. It doesn't mean that we have to love a pandemic. But it means that we're balanced in experiencing our life, and the whole day isn't bad. This whole minute, this whole pose isn't bad. What's good? Let's bring those knees up to center. Good. I'm going to hug the left knee, straighten my right leg out. Now I'm going to grab my strap, maybe use a towel or a belt. And I'm going to straighten my left leg out. Now, pardon me guys, I got to move over a little bit. I'm going to straighten my right leg. And I've got my left leg straight. And remember how we held the strap sitting? So that the arm is fully extended and lengthened. And then it's just finding a hold. So now that leg doesn't have to hold itself. How awesome. Good. Just breathe and let that be. Notice, I'm kind of calling myself out here. Notice when there's muscles that are trying to like do stuff. Like, ooh, I could make this more stable. I could do this. It's like, you stop it. And noticing like, oh, you know, I use my body so much to train and do that it's like, oh, it doesn't, no, yeah, right now it could just chill. I mean it. I really mean it. You could just chill. All right, nice deep breath in. Exhale as you allow that left leg to fall open to the left. I'm not going to say what kind of an angle. And then you honor where that leg needs to stop and you let it go. So if you've got to let some straps slide out of your hand to decrease that angle so that you can let go muscularly in your body, go ahead and do so.
Where is your mind? What are you intending for yourself? And how are you letting your body receive that intention? I'm going to gradually bring that leg back up. No rush, everybody. How calmly, smoothly can we go here? Now I'm going to switch. I'm switching hands. And as I roll to my right hip, this could be too intense for this left leg to keep it straight. If so, just bend the left knee a bit into your spinal twist, okay? So listen to your body. Maybe you do a compromise, just a little bit of a bending. Maybe you can get to the floor and then start to straighten. Explore. Be curious. Remain curious. Remain open to listening. Remain open to surrendering. I'm going to slowly bring that leg back up. Now I'm going to bring my right knee up. I'm just going to slip my right foot up into that strap. And I'm going to let the left leg go. A little bit of play, a little bit of fun. Check in with your breath. Maybe squint the eyes, shut them tight, open. Wake up the muscles in your face, your jaw. Whole body. We want to stay alive in the whole body. Holding that leg with the right arm. I'm going to start to open that right leg out. Woo! Hello, right side. You are definitely not my left. And I'm going to find everything that I love that's different on this side. Checking breath. What can I let go of? Working on keeping my low back rooted on the earth. Isolating into that right thigh, hamstring. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely one of those stretch feels so good for me right here. Good, and I'm going to bring that leg up. We're going to find our spinal twist on this other side now, switching hands. Remember, you can let that right knee bend already if you know it has to. I'm going to keep that left leg, the one that's down on the floor behind me, straight. And just, feel myself twisting in the low back, coming onto this left side. And on this side, I'm feeling a lot more kind of stuck energy, meaning it doesn't really want to move much. Almost like there's a softball in there. So I'm going to bend that right knee. That softened it a bit. And I also need to soften and slow down my expectation. Actually, it's a good reminder for me to not have an expectation. I'm here to arrive and connect with what is going on right here. Breath in. Breath out. If we don't know how to arrive at what's going on right here, just pick one of your senses and follow it. Hearing. Everything you can hear, close to you, inside of you, outside of you. Touch, your sense of touch, everything you can feel on a physical level. And ungrip around it. Just let it express itself. I'm going to gradually come on back to center. Take your time. Take your time. Good. I'm going to set that strap aside. Bring both knees into the chest. I'm bringing my hands behind my knees. Soft cradle. A few pelvic tilts here, seeing if I can wake up my low spine. Alright, I'm going to bring my feet down. We'd have enough time for one little supported bridge. Certainly, if you want to stay in this pose after class, go ahead. Just for the sake of time. Only going to be in here for a brief period of time. So I've walked my feet maybe 4 inches apart. Walking my heels as close to my butt as is comfortable for me. Trying not to create strain on your knees when you do so. Relax your feet, relax your ankles. Now I'm going to use a block. Again, you could have used a rolled up blanket or so, choosing how thick you want it for your height. I'm going to lift my hips. I'm going to take it to my lowest height now and bring it underneath of my butt, just above my tailbone. So letting my weight rest above my tailbone. I don't want to let my weight rest in my low back, not in the curvature of the low back. So can you feel where the tailbone is? And then there's a little triangular bony plate just above that before you get into the low back vertebrae. And let your body weight go, let your arms go. The reclining poses get us to learn to explore so many aspects of patience, of non-doing as an action. And seeing our reaction to our attempt at applying this non-doing action. What feels good? Give yourself permission to feel good in your body. In your breath. In your mind. In your spirit. When you're ready, I'm going to gently lift my hips. So if you want to join or stay here, right? You don't have to come out of practice. You can just turn, your device off and stay right where you are. I'm going to lower my hips down. Bring the knees in. I'm going to call that supported bridge our resting space, our shavasana for time today. And just roll over to one side and bring ourselves upright to a seated space. Sitting any way that's comfortable for you. You may want to start to practice scanning your body from your feet
all the way up incrementally up the body. And just notice, what did you practice in that area? What did you let go of? What did you grow in that area? Until you've kind of surveyed your whole physical being. And notice what got touched. What got awakened? What did you awaken yourself to? And give yourself permission to feel good in or step into with curiosity. Yoga means to create that connection. You get to see what's there when you connect with it. I don't know what's in there. I can only share with you my experience of the stuff that I have found. Sometimes there's garbage in there. Sometimes there's some wondrous, amazing, miraculous stuff in there that's empowering and enlightening and affirming. And so remember, when you're coming into your practice, coming into being in your body, try to bring some balance to it. Not coming here to fix ourselves. We're coming here to love ourselves. Hands to the heart center. All that is kindness and love in me is deeply grateful to share kindness and love with you. Namaste. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our Saturday morning yoga basics, which maybe didn't feel like it was so basic, maybe in some of the postures, but I hope that as I've kind of shared my experience and the way that that I practice breath and mind and body, that hopefully it gives you some depth to practice on your own. Peace. Go forth and do great things. Share our videos, share our blogs if you wish, and if it's in your heart or your pocket, paypal.me/justbeyoga. Namaste, everyone. Be well.